Good morning, I am Nifaya Sheerin, Assistant Professor from Computer Science Department. Today I am going to teach about waterfall model. First, what is waterfall model? Waterfall model is used to develop a complete project. It is an project management approach. It follows some methods, some phases to develop the project. It focuses on the beginning to the end of the project, what we are design, implement and something that we are discussed in the waterfall model. It is one of the basic most important model in software engineering. Without this model, we can't develop a complete project. It is a linear sequential model. It follows the sequence order, which means one phase is completed before going to the next phase. We can't move to the next phase before completing this one. Phase 1 is completed, then it will go to the phase 2. Phase 2 is completed, then it will go to the phase 3. It is, we already told, it is a linear sequence model. It focuses on the linear sequence approach. It focuses on the beginning to the end of the project. The different phases of waterfall models are there. First one, requirement analysis. Second phase is system design. Third phase is implementation. Fourth is testing. Fifth is deployment. And the last and final phase is maintenance. First, requirement analysis phase is over. Then it will go to the next phase, system design. It follows the top-down approach. In requirement analysis, the process is completely over, then it will move to the next phase, system design. In system design, it will get the input from the requirement analysis. First, the phase of the first model is the output to the next model. Requirement analysis output is the input of system design. This output is the input of system design. System design output is the input of implementation. Implementation output is the input of testing. Testing's output is the input of deployment. Next, the final phase is maintenance. After completing the deployment, deployment's output became the input of maintenance. First phase is requirement analysis. First, what is requirement analysis? In this phase, whatever the requirements needed to the customer. Suppose if I am the customer, I want the product like this. I need a output like this. Giving some suggestion and ideas to the project team or project leader. The user customer requirements are analyzed in this requirement analysis. Next one, system design. The requirements are collected in the requirement analysis. What are the requirements that are used to develop the project? For this project, what are the requirements are needed? That is collected in the requirement analysis. After the requirement analysis, it will move to the system design. In system design, this phase is help in specifying the hardware and requirement and also defining the overall architecture. Whatever the this means whatever the hardware we want, what type of hardware we want, whatever the requirements we need, and defining the overall architecture. Next, after completing the system design, it will move to the implementation. Implementation is nothing but it will collect all requirements and design from the second phase. Implementation is to implement the process. What are the process that are already done, that is implement in the implementation. The system is developed in the smaller program called units. The overall system architecture is developed in the smaller program, that is units. That that units are implemented in this stage. Next, testing. After completing the implementation, it will go to the testing. Each unit is tested by the unit testing. Already in the implementation, we implement the programs into unit. That unit is tested in the testing phase. Testing phase test each and every phases and it will check all the correction. It will check the fault and failures. In the testing phase, all the errors are rectified. Next, deployment phase. Deployment phase is one of the important phase, because in this deployment phase we have to deliver the project to the customer, and the project is completed in this phase only. Deployment phase, the project is completed and it will deliver to the customer. After the deployment phase, this maintenance phase, this is the final phase. The project is delivered to the customer. The delivered project is good or in good condition. It will check if any errors occurs. The customer told any errors, that errors are rectified in this process and released to the customer again. What are the problems are in this project or rectify in this maintenance phase. After that, we will deliver the project to the customer again. This complete process is called waterfall model. First it will start from the top to bottom. First requirement is over, next it will go to the system design, next implementation, testing, deployment, maintenance. This model is used to develop a complete project. If starting to the end of the project, what are the functions are used that are defining in this project, this model. Thank you.